She-Rag got me. Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson.
Rodgers pass.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Raiders at 9-3 here on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted by the Lions.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And his drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining,
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Down to about the 37.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the defense will turn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
One more time with Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? You back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This a quick pass to Davis. And in for the Lions touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Riley's read a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Well, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown! Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Try it here. He's back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out right at the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.